Hello, hello, and welcome to the Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour. I am Spicy Gray, the founder and CEO. I welcome all y'all in. Thank y'all for tuning in at Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. It is a pleasure. As of today, Happy New Year to everybody. We will be doing a memory lane, which we are actually bringing up an update on past guests that had appeared. But before we get started, we're going to do an announcement. As y'all know, we got the poetry contest going on right now. The due date has been extended. So y'all still can get those videos in. As you see beside us, we already got those trophies in for the Powerful Poet of the Year. This is the trophy for the children's section. These are some of the things that will be included with the gift basket. We also have 3 plaques for 3 other categories. So make sure y'all get y'all's in, tune into my page to get information or just inbox me. You can also send your videos to and don't forget to put the THE, the Unspoken Heart 70 at AOL.com. Now, as y'all know, we had a past family on here pertaining to a case in Bremerton, Washington. Her name was Sayana Tucker. Superior Tucker, I'm sorry. We had a case with her, and we have her cousin and her sister here today to fill us in on what has happened since the last time they appeared. But before we bring them in, we want to go ahead and bring the cast of our show here. I welcome from Austin, Texas, our host, Dwight. Co-host, Denise. Speaker, King D. How y'all doing?
Great.
Are y'all ready?
The weather.
Yeah, no, everybody's suffering with the allergies now. Mine just kicked in today, so I'm like, Lord, please hold back the sneezing because it's really been kicking. So I'm hoping that we can just hold back until after the show. But as y'all know, we're going to be bringing in the family of Sayana Tucker. If y'all remember the show that we did back then, because I think it was just me and Dwight at the time that did the interview with the family. It was very emotional for them, and it's also emotional for us. I truly thank God for this family because they have kept close contact with me, you know, especially the sister, you know, when it come down to the case and the fight for justice. And I'm honestly going to say I'm very proud of them, and we're going to hear how that go. But before we get started, we're going to go ahead and let y'all get a recap on actually when they was last here.
New today, a Port Orchard teenager is back in court preparing to face a murder trial.
This is a crime that has shocked that quiet community. One teenager accused of stabbing another to death during a fight back in January. And Q13 News reporter Frankie Thompson has today's new developments.
It's been 6 months since 16-year-old Sayana Tucker was stabbed and killed in Bremerton. Her loved ones say they have been waiting to see this case go to trial, just as they thought they were getting closer. New developments today inside the Kitsap County Courthouse presents another setback.
Justice for Sayana!
Frustrated family and friends rally on the courthouse steps.
And it just seems like nothing's happening. I just feel like it should be moving a lot quicker.
Sayana's sister, Jay Perez, says she wants answers from the suspected killer. 16-year-old Lola Luna is charged as an adult for second-degree murder. A judge granted Lola's attorney more time to review evidence and witness interviews from the deadly fight, moving the next court proceedings to a later date.
We want justice. We want to go to trial.
Court documents say the 2 teenagers were fighting outside of Lola's house in January when Lola pulled out a long pocket knife and stabbed Sayana multiple times. Lola's attorney says she was acting in self-defense.
Long live Sayana!
Though it's been months since she died, Perez says her heartache feels like the first day.
Never thought I would lose a sibling. My baby sibling, and I only have 2.
Her siblings stand with loved ones outside the courthouse every time there is a new development in the case.
We will not stop.
Using our voice because she's not here to do that. So us coming together as a community, her friends, her family, even people that never even knew Sayana are coming together and helping us spread awareness.
Though the case has been moving slower than expected, Perez says their demand for a trial remains steadfast.
And we just want everybody to be held accountable for that day. That's it. Like everybody, even Sayana's friends that were there, like they all need to be held accountable.
Luna's next hearing is scheduled for October 4th here at the Kitsap County Courthouse. Reporting in Port Orchard, Frankie Thompson, Q13 News.
Ever since that they told us there's no time of death, and then they finally told us, and ever since they told us that she was only stabbed 5 times, and then they finally told us that she was stabbed 25 times, I've just been feeling off about my sister's case.
And if I can turn back the clock and make sure the light defeated the dark, I'd spend every hour of every day keeping you safe. And I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken. Oh, 'cause I need you to see. Oh, I don't wanna hurt no more. I don't wanna fight no more. I don't wanna cry no more.
Bitch, I be killing these beats. Damn, I got an M16 on my body. I told a little nigga to I got a badass bitch in the curl, little hoe, just get on your knees. I sent that little nigga up in the sky, so I just might shoot at the trees. Now we got yeah, that's crazy as fuck. And way before I met your mother, boy, I was a virgin. My nigga, she made me a slut. Oh shit, she's
Teenager has been found guilty of second-degree murder. That's according to the Kitsap Sun, which reports that 17-year-old Lola Luna is being held responsible for the murder of 16-year-old Sylvana Puryear Tucker. Luna stabbed her 24 times during a fight in her front yard almost 2 years ago. Her sentencing is set for next month.
Oh, Jesus. I try to retain my emotions. I'm so emotional about this. And we all been praying for this family during this whole time. It's been a long road for them. And I want to now, I know the sister will be popping in and out. We'll be really can't wait to get her on. But until then, I want to bring in all the way from Washington, Bremerton. We have her cousin Toya.
Watch this.
Hello. Hi, love. It's so good to see you. How you been? How you been?
Good. How you guys been?
We've been great. Oh wow, I'm telling you, God is good. I'm gonna tell you straight up.
All the time.
All the
Yes,
time.
it is.
I know this has been a very long road for you and the family. And could you just share with us, how long has it been?
Well, when she is sentenced, it'll be 2 years to the date.
2 years.
Trial was long and kept getting pushed back, delay after delay. But I think that was the hardest thing I've ever had to do other than seeing my sister.
Right. And I know it was very emotional because even though they say justice is served, justice could truly never be served because it was still a life taken, and it's now the time to try to deal. We can't never say heal. We could just say try to deal, with it, I know with Jade, I had a lot of questions for her because I know she aired a lot over the internet. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm so proud of y'all. And I know she's proud of y'all. Y'all have put so many feet to pavement to fight for justice. But if you would give everybody, and I know it's hard, and as a cousin, you stood by the family because
her sister.
Your sister, I'm sorry. I had so many of y'all on here. But, as a sister, could you recap everybody on your relationship with Sayana up to the date that you had got the news on what happened?
Sana was born March 2004. She was a bubbly girl all the time. Even when she was upset, she had a smile on her face. She was always laughing, the life of the party. But one thing Sana did was love hard. And she loved her family and her friends a lot.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Our hearts are really for y'all. And I know, even though Luna is finally been, convicted, she haven't been sentenced yet because sentencing, if I'm not mistaken, is this month, right?
Yeah, on the 30th. 2
Yeah,
years to the date that my sister was killed.
Yes, and the verdict was actually handed down last month. Could you tell us, because we can't speak for everybody. Everybody has their own emotion. How has this been for you personally, as the sister? Going through all this, because I mean, at a point in time, it looked like that y'all didn't have the help. Nobody was listening, and it seemed like at a point in time, some things was being covered up.
Well, I can tell you this from the very, very beginning, the one person that has had doubt and has been very loud about it and made us all believe and realize was Jade, my little sister, Sana's older sister. Jade was a force to be reckoned with. Every time these people told us something, she did her own research, her own investigating, and figured everything out. She gave them a lot of their evidence that they used during trial. If it wasn't for her, some of this stuff would even never been brought to light, especially the relationships and the conversations that Lola had with others in the community. And I don't think we would have come as far as we did without her. Like, our baby sister is the main why Lola is convicted.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all watched the video just a while ago, Jade is the one that had the gray sweatshirt on. I mean, and I feel exactly what you're saying. I mean, that girl, I'm gonna tell you, if I ever ended up in a fight or something, I want Jade on my team because it's like this girl, she fought for everything, and she was a lot. She was the bullhorn. You might as well say she was the bullhorn.
Yeah, she was. She was our megaphone, and
she didn't take
I
down
told
for
her
nothing.
she go get her PI license because she's
Yes,
an amazing PI, and she did all this real quick in a hurry. Every time she come up with something, she took it to them. When they didn't listen, she made a TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes.
the only person that has been charged is Lola.
Yeah,
and everybody that was there that day should have been charged.
Exactly. And I agree. I agree. I agree. Yeah, I know it's hard, going through this even to this day. And the fight. Jade was the voice for y'all, and I know she helped y'all with the strength, but also, seeing Jade kneel down at, the headstone of her sister and breaking down, even for a strong person, it's a lot.
It's
you
hard.
know, seeing her before the camera saying, "My baby sister."
I
Now,
think the hardest part for me, being the oldest sister, was watching all of my siblings break, and I can't fix it. I'll never be able to fix it.
right.
And that was the hardest part, and seeing my sister, the way they talked about her and portrayed her through the trial.
Right. Yeah, I can understand that part because I know she did give everybody a warning, that there was some things that was going to be said. But I mean, it was like they was doing everything they can.
Yeah.
But no matter what, the community, the way they stood, the way we seen that multitude of people, I mean, I haven't seen such a great impact on a community as I seen when it came down to Sienna. So when y'all say that she affected everyone, she drew everybody in, this was before even this happened. This here was a light
From all different walks of life. Like there was so many different people, and people that I didn't even know that knew my sister and were able to tell stories about her. Like she was a shining star. Like she was so amazing to so many different people at just such a young age, 16. And you reach that many people, young, old, like it was crazy.
Yes. And everyone, I would like to also introduce to y'all the firecracker and the explosion that we've been talking about, Jade herself. Hello, Jade.
We can't hear you.
Okay, her microphone is muted. Okay, you there? I think she's having problems with the vibe.
Yes.
Okay, we'll wait for her to come back. It was so good to see her. I call her my baby. That's my baby right there. That is my baby. She has affected the community on social media so heavily. I mean, it just won everybody's heart over. So I mean, I'm very proud of all of y'all because I mean, y'all stuck in there. Y'all really did. Now, at a point in this here, because I'm gonna give my other cast members time to ask y'all questions, but I know I've seen times when she was at the carnival and she, because they had her out on house arrest. What was going through y'all mind when y'all was seeing all this? Because I know at this time, I know the question was like, why is she out? Why is she out? So could you tell us amongst the family, what were they feeling? Just the mere fact that this young lady was still out and about after committing murder.
We were angry. That was our utmost. Like we were angry, but what we were all thinking is, how can this be? Anybody else would have been taken into custody as soon as they was gone, not home at their curfew. Like you're out parlaying, having fun, and my sister's in the ground. Her daughter's growing up without her mom. And I thought maybe it was because your skin color was different than what I was raised with and what I've seen all of my life. But anybody else, would have been in custody. Escape from community custody. That's what you were doing every time when you went to the zoo, when you went to the fair. The only thing they allowed you to do was go to school, work, and home.
Yeah, that'll make me angry as well. And I couldn't understand it. And I'm like, okay, this girl did this, and what did the judge give y'all a reasoning why he issued her house arrest? Because even at the beginning, before the carnival, we talking about
it was because she had no prior crimes. This was her first crime that she was charged with. Because during trial, there was things, she had a domestic violence against her mom. She had a burglary, and she had never been charged. So it won't never show up in like the public. This was only stuff that they could see.
Yeah, but see, my thing was that it's not the fact that it was just a crime, but she took a life.
Mm-hmm.
There should have been no first chances on that at all.
None.
So,
and that's why we were saying with Kitsap County, they need to wake up. This is not fair.
Yeah, because I know up in Kitsap, yeah, a child, and she lost her mother. But in Kitsap, they don't have the option of the death penalty. Am I correct?
Yes.
So what is the max when it comes down to Kitsap?
What we've been reading is 25 to life. And we're hoping for the best, but when we got told in the beginning that she was a juvenile when she committed the act, so she would go to juvie, and then she would be there for a short time, and then she would go to like a juvenile prison until she was 25. And then she would go to an adult prison. And this is all because she committed the act when she was a minor. She turned 18 on December 16th of last year. So on December 16th of 2022, at 7:23 in the morning, she was booked into Kitsap County Jail. So now she is in the adult jail.
Okay, see, that kind of bothers me because I know my cast members, we talked about this, but we have a 10-year-old that shot and killed his mother, and he's being tried as an adult. And he's locked up. But she was way older than him.
Mm-hmm. She was 16.
And she didn't get tried as an adult, but she got tried as a juvenile.
She got tried as an adult, but because of the laws in our state, it's her brain isn't all the way developed until she turns 25. So until she turns 25, I guess, is when they think that she is an adult. But at 18, if I go out and murder somebody, you're not going to charge me as a child.
Right.
I'm going to be charged as an adult. I'm going to serve adult time the entire time.
Wow. Okay, Denise, do you have anything for?
I do, but it's like I'm going backwards a little bit because I didn't get to know y'all as much as everybody else did. But I want to know. I know this is more of a happy where I'm about to start. How was her personality? Other than her being bubbly and stuff, was she one of those little sneaky practical jokers too?
Oh yeah, she was a prankster.
Can you give us a funny moment?
Oh God, there's so many.
Give us one of your best ones.
So I worked, and she would help me out a lot with my kids. And my youngest kid, he's 4 now, but when she was around, he was much younger, just starting to go out into the world, I guess you could say. And I remember getting a message from her. I said, where's the baby? How's the baby? She's like, oh, he's good. I just can't find him right now. I was like, what do you mean you can't find him? And she's like, we were playing hide and go seek. And with my other two, they hit in obvious spots, but he's younger and he's a little bit slender. He was hiding upstairs in the top shelf of the closet. And the only reason she knew he was up there is because he had laughed There is another. She taught him how to twerk. He still to this day at 4 years old, my little boy, he hears a song, anything Cardi B, her favorite, and he'll just stop and just start twerking.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
She always doing stuff with the kids. Like that was her heart. Was all of her nieces, nephews. When she became a mom, that was like she had reached the top of her mountain. Like she was right along with all of us. Oh. And she was so excited to be a mom. So excited.
So do you see some of the characteristics in May that Sienna has?
Oh yeah. She is her
so much
daughter.
like her.
She looks just like her daddy, but she is her mama's daughter.
Mm-hmm. Well, I see her mom big time. When I see the pictures, I see her.
Yeah. And Dwight, you have something?
Yeah, I'm just so happy that and thank God, because we was definitely praying for y'all, your family. I'm just glad that justice is being served. I just want to know if did anybody from their family even bother apologizing or even saying they were sorry for what they had done. You know what I'm saying? Did anybody even reach out to y'all from the other side of her family saying how sorry they was?
Her dad tried in the very beginning, but it seemed to us like he was also trying to get us to talk to people for Lola. Mm-hmm. And I blocked him. I didn't want to hear from him. What was here front and center, you weren't here. So you didn't know. Her mom, her stepdad, her brother, and the boyfriend. That was all that was there in that house with her that day. And during the trial, her mom was present every day for her. She had an aunt that was present most of the time, another aunt and her brother, and Dwayne popped in and out, but they were not there the entire trial.
Right.
But nobody had said sorry until the day that she was found guilty. Her aunt said, "We're just so sorry. We're just so sorry. But are you sorry for us, or are you sorry for her?" Because now she's in jail and she has a child that has to grow up without her mother.
Yeah, and everyone I want to introduce, she's in with us. We have the other sister, Jade.
Hey, Bella.
Hi, Jade. How we doing, lovely?
Her microphone's still down.
You got to unmute yourself, but there you go.
Now, there she go.
No, I can't hear you.
It's more than likely it's in her settings. She will have to go inside the settings in her phone to have it accepted.
Yeah. We'll let her fix that and we'll bring her back.
It's in the settings if she can hear.
Yeah. My thing is that, even with Lola getting pregnant, I mean, my mind, when I heard that, I was like, I know she don't think this is going to get her off, or this is going to get her sympathy.
See, let me tell you something, because in the beginning of trial, Jade had told everybody that she was pregnant. And we all brushed her off like, no, that's not true. Come on, Bella, you're reaching. She said no. She told the prosecutor. The prosecutor assured us that it didn't matter if she was pregnant or not. Everything would go on without a hitch. And when they came up and said she was going to be delivering at the end of November, and they wanted to take a recess, Jade looked at us like, told you guys. And she called it from the day, if we would have listened to her from the day she said it to the time she had that baby, it was 9 months.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's crazy. Because I know when I seen that, I was like, really? Are we supposed to have some type of, I mean, that's just me, because I'm like, okay, May don't have her mother, so why should I feel sorry for her baby not having their mother? And I'm gonna be honest, because this is just me, because I mean, when it comes down to positions in the placements of the stepdad, the ex-boyfriend, and the brother, I mean, I have the same feeling I had for Lola, because my thing is, you stood there and you could have stopped it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even he's not a parent, but for you to sit there and watch her do this and not do anything. One of them was filming, the other one is standing there, and the dad's just standing there like, if the tables were turned, then you would try to stop it. But yet now that you just stood there and nothing's been done to them. Is there any word on if anything's going to be sued on their part in this? Because I noticed that the stepmother was at work at the time.
Yeah, she wasn't there. I still believe that they should be able to go back and charge them for something. I would be, if I was the prosecutor, I'd be finding anything and everything, found something to charge them with. But as of now, Lola's the only one that is being charged. But without saying anything to her, anything else, civilly, more is being done.
Okay. Well, I know Jade. If we know the Jade that we know, she's not going to stop right there.
Nope.
No.
She's not going to stop.
No.
Now,
you know what? There's only one person in their family that I feel sorry for.
The baby.
Is the baby. That's the only one I feel sorry for, because she's going to end up having either be raised by somebody else or raised by that family.
And that's been my whole thing from the very beginning. Like I had to do a lot of praying myself, and I hated myself for a while because of how I felt towards the whole situation. But I didn't believe you needed to be here. And as a mom, I had to sit, take a step back. And I ain't never asked for any one of my 3 children to be here, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
Right.
Now, if I had done something like that, my prayer would be for my children, because they have to grow up with the stigma of me being their mom, doing whatever I did. The stigma of your uncle, your grandfather, and your grandmother. Your grandmother raised her. Like, she's always been with her mother. And now all these people are left with this child.
Yeah. Now,
is before we repeat itself and do it again, or is it going to be different this time?
All we can do is pray.
Yes, all you can do is pray for.
Now, before we go to a commercial, I do want to ask, because I know when the family came on last time, we did feel that, okay, they say hopefully we got to. Okay, Jay.
Me now?
Yay!
Welcome in, love. We actually going to go to commercial break. But before we go to commercial break, could you tell us your feeling at the time that, because I know when y'all was last on, y'all felt like there was a lot of connections to the Lunas, because, the bail and certain things that was going on and things that was being kept from you. How do you feel about that now?
I kind of still feel the same way, especially because the way things went with trial. Like, even though she got murder too, I feel like it still should have been murder 1. I don't know. The jury was off. I don't know. They gave me like a weird vibe. So I still feel the same way.
So it was a point, even with the jury, you thought that Lola might have been getting off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a scary thing. Well, we're going to come back, and this time we got Jade with us. So we got some questions for her as well as we go down the road of memory of Sayana Tucker. So stay tuned.
Someone you wanted to be around. Like, she was just super talented and funny, and she could just make you laugh just like that. And that was just the type of person she is. And she was a protector. Like, she wanted to protect people. And yeah, she was super funny.
Yeah.
She had a lot of friends. A lot of people knew her, and she had many friends. Like, and that's why it's so big and it's affected so many people is because Savannah was just that type of person. Like, you were just drawn to her. You know what I mean? Like, she was just like a ray of sunshine. Like, I don't know how to explain it any more than that. Like, you just wanted to be around her, and everybody was around her all the time. Like, she has millions of friends.
All different crowds.
Yeah.
She loved hard. She loved hard. No matter who she was around, she made you feel like you were family. She loved hard, was a protector.
Bitch, I be killing these beats. Damn, I got an M16 on my body. I told a little nigga to I got a badass bitch in the curl, little hoe, just get on your knees. I sent that little nigga up in the sky, so I just might shoot at the trees. Now we got yeah, that's crazy as fuck. And way before I met your mother, boy, I was a virgin. My nigga, she made me a slut. Oh yeah, she's
Now, I'm gonna be honest. That Jade, when you did it, that was my favorite part.
Which one?
When she did the reenactment of all of them. I was sitting up there.
I got that idea from Eleni. She told me that I should do it, and I said, that's a good idea.
It was a fabulous. You had me up there doing like this. I was like, go ahead, girl. But, you know, you have been the glue to everything when it came down to, you know, the rallies, fighting for the justice, bringing the family together. I know it's exhausting, but you could tell that you put your whole heart into it for your baby sister. Could you just tell us now how you feel after this here, even though I know it's still not over when it comes down to you? How does it feel once that verdict came in?
I kind of felt like lost, I guess you could say, like, what do I do now type thing? Because it's like after sentencing, like after this is like our last court date, you know, like this is, and then it's like we all go back to our normal lives. Because it was like when this first happened, I feel like everybody, like including myself, everybody put like their normal lives to the side and kind of just put their full effort and their head completely into Salma stuff. So it was kind of like a weird feeling, like, what do I do now type thing. But like I said earlier, I'm happy that she was found guilty, but I also think she should have been found guilty of murder one, but something's better than nothing. So that's how I feel about it.
Now, if you could, because your sister, she called you the PI of everything. Now, could you tell us what was it and what it took for you to come up with all this in order to bring all this material? Because you actually had to play the investigator. You actually had to play like a district attorney. Could you share with us what it was like going through all that and what motivated you to do all this and where did you get your material?
So I'm sure you've heard about the case, but what's his name? George Floyd, how that everything was going on with that. People before Sana passed, probably like maybe a year before she passed. I think it was like around a year before she passed, but everybody in Bremerton was doing Black Lives Matter protests and stuff. So I was going to a few of those, and then like when Sana passed, it just kind of like clicked in my head, like, oh, I should do some protests. Like that's something that I actually enjoyed doing, and maybe it'll get the word out more. So that's what I did, was the protests. And then with the other stuff, like the evidence, I kind of just like, I just found it. It just like, I just would go home every night and look on social medias and look at friends of friends, and then I would have like, because I guess she had like a spam Instagram account, which is just like an Instagram where people post like not their normal stuff that they post on their usual account. And this girl, I had found her and she was following that account. So I would like look at, because the account was private, so you could see like a couple followers, but you couldn't see them all. So I looked at a couple of the followers, and then I would message those people and hoping that they would like go and look at her account for me. So I would have like a couple people doing that. And then the other stuff I just kind of found out on my own. But yeah, I did have help from a few of her old friends.
I got a question.
Okay, Denise.
I sure do. I want to know, what do you do right now for as far as your career? What do you do right now?
I am not doing anything. I just DoorDash. I don't do like anything like that.
Okay, so I take it that your plans are, because we need people like you, your plans should be going back to college and going ahead and be a lawyer of some sort.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Everybody keeps saying that I should, my sister Toya keeps saying that I should get my private investigator license. And I was like, that's a good idea. Because then I can do everything that I've been doing legally and not illegally. So
now you get paid to do it.
Yes.
Because that is really good. I'm impressed. I'm like totally impressed. And I think you should. Because that great detail of investigative work that you did, you should either be a private investigator, some type of law enforcement, or a TV host, or a lawyer. One of those things. But you definitely got a brain for that stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Now, was it hard to, because I know the community loves Sayana with all their heart, and they, y'all put a lot of work into it, but what was it like to actually go out there? Because I know it had to be Jay to find out where they moved to, because I was like, this girl here, they sold the house and they moved because y'all was rallying inside the house. Then you found out where she stayed. Then y'all was back out on the property. Now,
yes, yeah.
What was it like to actually have to deal with the fact that, because I know me personally, I would click, somebody said the wrong thing, you didn't took the life in this, and you're not showing no remorse. But I know I've seen things with the dads with shout outs, things from the car, shoot the finger. How was you able to deal with, you and Toya and the family able to deal with that?
Honestly, I think that if I didn't have my sister Toya with me there through everything, I probably would have popped off. But she was like, how do I explain it? She kept me, what's the word? Yeah, grounded. That's the word, grounded. She kept me grounded. She made sure that not just me, but everybody else, when we were doing our presentations or whatever you want to call them, demonstrations, she made sure that everybody was good and nobody was doing anything. And like, I don't know, she always like reminded me, like, Sana wouldn't want us to do this that way, or Sana wouldn't want us to do this that way, type thing. So I think it was Toya. It was Toya.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Sisters working together.
Yeah, because I think it was almost anybody else. They've been on and popping, and people been going to prison.
Yeah, because I mean, I was like, when I see that, and I'm like, Jade is really holding it together for some reason. I know something's holding her back.
It was her. It snatched my hair physically.
Yeah, because now seeing them, because as we knew, the when the judge had gave her house arrest. Well, I don't know whether it was Jay, Toya, or one of the other sisters. y'all seen her out to the carnival.
Oh yeah, that was Troy wasn't there for that one, but yeah, that was when we had a protest, and then they left the house, and then somebody was like, they're probably going to the fair, da 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 da, and then so we all hopped in one car, sat on top of each other, and drove to the fair. I can talk about everything now that we actually did because the case is over.
Right.
But yeah, we seen her at the fair. Yeah.
Yeah, because there was some words. It seemed like you touched a nerve with the dad. I can't remember exactly what he said, or I couldn't make out what he was saying. But
he wasn't there, so you don't know what happened.
Yeah, he said if you weren't there, you don't know who hid the murder weapon.
Yeah, and the wife was actually trying to make him like turn around, like don't say nothing else. But you know, at the time she was with a new boyfriend. But Jade, y'all didn't take too kindly to her being out and about like that. So could you tell everybody the step that you took next to being that you seen her out having a good time, like nothing happened?
So when we seen her, we kind of like walked with them like at a distance. So like we kept like a good like 500 feet distance, but I brought the megaphones into the fair because I knew we were going to see them. And so we had the megaphones and we were all just like yelling like justice for Sana, 25 times in self-defense, and like saying that Dwayne is an accomplice and all that stuff. And I guess one of my friends was recording, so we had like actual video footage, video proof of her being at the fair. So I sent that in to the prosecutor, and at that time she was we were told that it was house arrest, but it wasn't actual house arrest. Like somehow words got miscommunicated or something, because she was supposed to be on actual house arrest, but she was going out and about and doing whatever she wanted. So we sent it to the prosecutor, and then we had a hearing like not too long after I sent it to them, and the judge like pretty much went over what he was saying from the last court date and said that it is house arrest and that she's not supposed to go anywhere but I think school, church, and something else. I don't remember. Oh, doctor's appointments. So that's what happened. And so she was more restricted than she was before, but yeah.
Wow. So with that there being said, because I know was this a different judge this time?
Yes, I think it was Judge Bassett that did, wasn't it, Toya? Judge Bassett?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the one that did it. And then since that day, that's when I liked him. I was like, oh yeah, let's keep him. But we were stuck with Judge Hauser.
Okay.
Those restrictions should have been strict from day one.
Beginning, yeah.
So was they even monitoring the bracelet that she had on?
I don't think so. I don't think because they didn't even know that she was at the fair. So.
Wow. Because I know there was, correct me if I'm wrong, the judge had also explained, because I guess she wanted to go somewhere with her mom, and the judge had explained that, had questioned how old she was, and had to iterate, well, you're old enough to be at home by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that there.
I think that was that hearing.
Okay. So I know y'all wasn't pleased with the bond, because she was able to make bond to get out from the beginning. And, you know, it's been a very, very long road. You know, like I said, our hearts went out. I'm going to turn it over to the co-host, because I know he probably has some questions for you, Jade, as well as Toya.
I just want to say that it just seemed like yesterday we was doing this, and I really pray for y'all family that justice will get served. I'm so happy that that day has come. I just want to ask about your niece. How she's holding out? Did she ask questions to y'all about her mom and everything? And what do y'all say to her?
To Bailani?
Yeah.
Yeah, we see her. She, like, every time I go and see her, sometimes, not every time, but most of the time I walk out of the house, I'm wearing a Justice for Sana sweater. And the past couple of times I went to go see her, she, like, even though it's like cracked and like an old sweater, she still sees that it's her mom. And she's like, Mom, and is that mommy? And then I tell her, yeah. And then she like will ask to see pictures or videos of us. So I'll show her some. But she's been good. She's getting super big, she's walking and talking, and yeah.
So
I'm glad she's
as she's getting older, as the sisters, you and Toya, um, what have y'all thought about facing the question of what happened to my mom? Have y'all discussed how y'all might have to handle that? Because it might not, we don't know.
Yeah. I've already told my sisters I'm not being a part of that discussion. You guys got that. That's the older sister do. You guys got that by yourselves.
Okay, you said
Yeah,
you
I'm
did
gonna
the
be
fight.
there
You
to
did
support her
you did
through
all
it,
the
but
fight.
I don't want to be the one to I don't want to be the one to tell her, and that is gonna be hard because I've
Yeah,
been talking to Toy about that. Like one day, one of us is gonna have to tell her, or all of us are gonna have to tell her, and it's gonna suck. It's gonna bring
yeah,
everything back up again, and we're gonna have to be there for her now. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? We are now, but like, you know what I mean? Like she'll be older and actually be able to express her feelings and stuff. So it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be
yeah,
Yeah.
hard, and I don't want that day to come. I'm dreading that day.
yeah. I
Yeah.
feel you.
I have one question to ask because we haven't spoke on this so far right now, but I have to ask, how's your mom holding? How's you know, how's your mom doing with this?
She's doing good. She has our other younger siblings with her at home, and our other older sister too with her. So she has like support at home with her, but we see her sometimes.
It was hard watching her through the trial. It was very hard to see
I
her
know it has to be
pain.
tough.
Just to see
Being,
her just
being a mom, that's the last thing you wanna. Whew.
Yeah. So I know y'all said y'all play the videos and y'all show her pictures, and so what else do y'all do to so that because I know Jade posted some things that where she's by her mom's grave and she's got a hand on her mom. What other things do you do in order to keep Sayana alive in her baby's life?
Lainey has a whole wall at her house of Sayana, of pictures that people have painted of Sayana. She's gone, but she's not gone. Like she's everywhere. For Christmas, there was presents given to her from her mom.
Oh,
So her mom's not never gone for
Right.
her. She's just not here physically. But she sees her all the time.
Yes.
There's
awesome.
She can't go anywhere without there being a shrine of sauna
Yeah.
at any one of our houses. So
Yeah. Now, how is it within a community when the verdict came in? How is the community now handling the verdict as it came in? Because has anybody reached out to y'all from the community or anything like that?
Um.
not really.
Yeah.
Nah, it was like another day for everybody else. If you knew her, and I can't speak for other people's households, but if you knew anybody in the family, I think that's the only way you like really reached out. It wasn't like strangers reaching out to us.
Right. Right. Now, Jade, I know you spoke about because you have had strong emotions about the associates that was with your sister that day. Have you
The
heard
girls or the other people?
the girls that was in the car with her?
Oh.
Have you heard anything else on them? And what are your feelings now toward them?
Still the same feelings. None of them have yet come to apologize in person. They spoke during the trial. Sana's best friend is pregnant now, so she's having her baby anytime soon this month. I don't know. I lost all respect for them. The girl that drove my sister there, she was one of my best friends, and I don't know. I couldn't like if I told her like when I didn't because when this all first happened, I was trying to piece everything together. I didn't know what happened, and the only two people that knew what happened that day that we could even speak to or get the truth out was Jordan and Catherine, the two people that drove Sana there. So I'm sitting here trying to message them, and I get it, they're scared of me, but I'm not gonna do nothing to you. You're not the one who murdered my sister. Yes, you drove her to that house, but like if I haven't done nothing to them, what makes you think I'm gonna do something to you? You know what I mean?
Right.
But I get it. I get how you feel, but like I've tried to like talk to them over the phone, like have her mom come, like things like that, and they didn't want to. But it's whatever. I have no respect for either one of them.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Now, as I looked on, you had graduated,
Yes.
and you graduated in a very special way that touched my heart. Could you tell us about this day for you?
So I had my baby in 2018, and I kind of just like stopped going to school for a little bit, and then I got back into school, but with a different school where it was able to make it so I can graduate on time. But the year that Sana passed was the year that we actually got to. So I graduated in 2020 with my class, but it was COVID during that time, so we didn't get to walk. So sometime after Sana passed, they messaged me, emailed me, and was like, "Hey, we're redoing your guys' graduation since COVID, da 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 da, and we were wondering if you want to walk across the stage." And I was like, "Oh, that's actually a good idea." And then I can rep my sister because I love repping Sana. So I got some stuff. I got my gown from the school, and I heat pressed some pictures and stuff on the, I don't know what it's called, the little thingy, the blue thingy.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I had pictures taken on the street that she was murdered on.
Beautiful.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I'm so proud of y'all. I am really proud of y'all. You know, y'all really held it together for your sister. When I say I love the bond of y'all sisters, this fight that y'all have done and how y'all have fought for your baby sister showed the way sisters supposed to bond together. And I am so proud of y'all. I really am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Y'all like
So
a great example for people. There's not a lot of families out there because I only know very few families that are tight knit like that.
yeah.
That's going to fight to the end type of situation. And it's not a lot of families like that. You have a lot of families like sisters against sisters, brothers against brothers, and therefore. Y'all are very close, and I love seeing this. It's it's this is y'all a prime example for a whole bunch of people. A good example for a bunch of people. This is how family's supposed to be: stick together, fight together, and try to do things the way y'all did it. Y'all did it with dignity.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of dignity. Even though Toya had to kind of calm her down, be the water. But from I have to ask because it's like when I watch Jade, it's like I just get that feeling. I mean, like I told them, I said, Jade's my baby. That's my baby right there. I don't care what nobody say. But Jade, what is your next move? Are you wanting to pursue? Are you planning on pursuing to see if anything can be done to the other three? Because we have to look at there was tampering with evidence, there was failure to render aid,
All of that.
yeah, all of that.
So we were told that there is no. So yes, they did touch the murder weapon or whatever, but apparently their DNA didn't come back on the knife, which makes sense because they had all that time to clean it off and do whatever they needed to do. But apparently there's no law for recording a crime or like
In
being a
the
part
state
of
of
it.
Washington.
Yes, in the state of Washington. So we were trying to look into getting a law passed for that, but we weren't really sure how to go about it. And we tried to talk to the mayor, but he didn't really like, I don't know, he wasn't very resourceful. Yeah, he kind of was, but it was just like he wasn't really pointing us in the directions that we needed to go.
Well,
Then you probably
don't
need to
give
go
up.
to the what is it, WACP? Oh, I forgot the name, how to pronounce it. Yeah.
NAACP.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want
That's
you to
who
give
you
up.
need to go to.
Yeah, I think that law needs to be passed, and I would like to see it passed in Sienna's name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really would.
I would too.
Because my thing is that when I hear about how everything happened, one, I really have real harsh feelings towards the stepdad because to me he's not a parent. There's no way, as I said before, there's no way as a parent I'm gonna stand there and just watch my daughter do something like that.
No,
not just my daughter, but anybody's child.
Exactly. I'm gonna step in.
Yeah.
You know, this is a lot that could have been saved. I it's enough that I despise the fact when they get to fighting, period. Because, just like we just had the Shanquella story we just did, these things happen. And there needs to be something put to a place to where people are punished for this, period. Whether you watching, whether you step, because the way I feel like if you're standing there watching, if you're standing there recording, it's just like you're doing it.
Yep.
And that law needs to be passed.
What would you call that? I forgot what they call it when someone get murdered, but you're not necessarily the person that killed the person, but you were there.
In Texas, we call it accessory.
Yeah, but I thought it was called.
Yeah, see,
they told me I watched too much Law and Order. That's not how things go. So I said,
ain't nothing wrong with that. You can give a little tidbit.
Well, you don't need to watch it no more. You got your PI right here.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I really thank God for y'all. Like I said, we've been praying this whole time. We've been keeping in contact during the whole time. It seemed like forever. And I mean, even though she didn't know I was watching, I was popping in on her, watching her, doing the updates. I sat there. I cried with Jade. Her holding Sienna. And it's like y'all became like part of my family, just a part of my heart.
Trust me, she's not lying, because I know.
Yes, I cried.
This ear hurt a lot.
Yeah, there's times where I get angry and she hears it, I'll get to cry, and I'm like,
she still did. She called me.
Yes, I take it to heart, and when it came out of Sienna, and I think about May, and like I told you, when I sent May the birthday gift, my daughter had to like pry me out of Burlington, because she's like, okay, Mom, that's enough. But we going to send her another gift package, for her, on behalf of the Unspoken Heart. And we just want y'all to know we do appreciate y'all coming on. We do love you, and we're standing in. Please let us know, because I'm just hoping I don't miss it. The sentencing, I want to know.
I do too. I want to know.
I'm praying for the match.
So how does the time zone thing work? Like, how do we? Because I think sentencing's at 9 a.m. right, Toya, on the 30th.
Okay, we're in Texas, and y'all in Washington, so we are 2 hours ahead of you.
2 hours ahead. I got a question to ask you. I got one more question. It's a very good one too.
Sure.
All right. Which one of y'all poets?
Which one of us what?
Poets.
Poets?
Not me.
I know somebody.
I've done a couple.
You need to write one and slide one on into our poetry contest.
Oh yeah, you guys are having that, huh?
Yeah, we got the trophies right here and the placard. So we just
And I got some wonderful gift baskets too. So you might want to do this.
How do you do
Lady,
it?
Elaine done called you out, Jade.
What'd she say?
Hi, Elaine. Yes, yeah. A lady say Jade.
She's
Yeah.
lying. Her.
I would put one in. It may be a time for you to let some energy out. Use your experience.
Yes. And the best piece is when it comes from the heart from somebody that you
Mm-hmm.
love.
I'm gonna see what's up. How do I do it? Do I just go on the Facebook page?
You just do a video. Title your piece. Do a video yourself. Send it to me on my inbox, and send me your phone number separately because we're gonna announce it live, the winners.
When
And
does this have to be done by?
we just extended it to March 16th because
Okay. I got plenty of time.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
actually it was actually the 6th of this month, but we didn't get enough videos in yet, and I guess everybody was all tied up with Christmas and everything. So we extended it to March 16th as a due date. So we're still I just got a video in just now. I gotta go back and look at. So we got, as people know, I'm not doing none of the judging at all.
I don't want to do that. I did that the last time. That was tough.
We appointed some judges, and I mean, last year we had some great poets. We had some great poets, and we had the powerful poet of the year. And actually, the powerful poet of the year, this is the trophy for them. For the judges, all glass, and we also have a children's trophy as well because we got a category for the children. So, yeah, that's gonna be the awards. And we got 3 placards. So you never know which.
Okay.
Yes. Trust me.
So you better get in there.
And it's for everybody across the world. Anybody across the world. Yeah, because actually one of our poets from Africa, she won as well, and she got her award, and I was so proud of her.
It was good too.
Yes, very good, very good. So yeah, I'll be looking for that. I'm gonna be bothering you now. the lady that called you out. So
you got some time.
Yes. So I appreciate y'all coming back. I really do. This has been a joy, but also, you know, it still hurts. It still hurts.
Yeah.
You know, and we pray for May. We thank God that y'all there for her. She is truly blessed. All children don't have that when it come down to family coming together for them, you know, in the loss of their mother. You know, some of them end up in foster care, and y'all are true stands for as a family.
Yep.
And May is very, very blessed. So, what we're gonna do. Thank you, and make sure you get a baby kiss from me. I will be retrieving that address from you. And what I'm gonna do, since we got our PI down here, we're gonna I'm gonna put her on the spot, and I want her just to give a word for anybody else that's going out there that it lost hope, because we are going to be bringing a new guest on that also lost somebody the same way, and she's going to tell her story as well. And it actually is a mother that lost her son, and it was after he came from a baby shower. So if you would, Jade, for ones that's going through what y'all going through now, if you could offer them a word of encouragement and letting them know that there is still hope.
I would just say that what you said, there's always hope. And if you have a gut feeling about something, don't let nobody or nothing interfere with that gut feeling, and find out whatever you need to find out, even if it's by yourself and doing all this extra stuff that you need to do that you've never done before. If it means finding out something that you feel is not right, find out, because most of the time you're being lied to, or there's stuff that you don't know and you need to know. So that's my advice. Just keep going. Don't let nobody. That was my biggest thing, is I didn't let nobody tell me what I was wrong. Even though they felt what I was saying was wrong, I didn't let that change how I felt about the situation. I didn't let nobody's opinions about what I was saying stop me from doing what I was doing. And that's my advice.
Yes. And Toya, as a sister as well, could you also give a word to someone?
Pray a lot. Hug on to your loved ones, the ones that are here. I know this as a family has brought us closer together. And make sure you're telling people you love them and making memories. Don't let your hurt and your anger stop you from living your everyday. Don't pause the world first. Keep moving.
Yes. Beautiful. Love it.
Well
Now,
said.
yes. And before we leave out, I've also seen something where y'all came together with the family that's gonna be coming on next week with Tyrone Cyril, because y'all from the same town.
Yeah.
And actually this here, could you tell us a little bit before we leave out about this here? And because I thought this was so beautiful that y'all actually two families came together that experienced the same loss. Could you tell us about this event here that y'all had, which was on January the 4th?
It's actually God's Broken Home University is actually run by my uncle Bailey Tupai and his family, and they are mentors in the community for the youth, trying to get them on the right path and doing what they need to do. And they set up this event for the community, bringing resources to the community like mental health, insurance, lifelines, so that these kids have avenues in which to get it if their parents aren't helping them. And then we got to discuss, speak from the families. He mainly wanted to focus on the fathers because he's a father. So Sayana's dad and Tyrone's dad spoke, and a couple different people in the family. But he just wanted to bring awareness to what's going on in the community for the younger kids, letting them know that, hey, this is what's happening and this doesn't need to be happening. So how could we change it? And I hope that what we said to these children resonated a little bit, but the kids that were all a part of the event know both sides of the family and have been through everything with each side and protest and demonstrations that have been done on either side. So it was a good turnout, and it was nice to connect with the Cyril family again and to see where, they're coming up. They're going to be going to trial soon. So now our focus can kind of move from our sister, and I keep telling Jay to go help them, be a little PI for them. So,
yeah, Jay.
Yeah. I'm telling you, you got a career in this.
Yeah, everybody gonna be calling on Jade.
But our main focus is our youth now. So now that
if
Sayana's
someone's
trials,
out there
that
that
we
can be a
can
mentor.
focus on our little organization that we tried to start, our Save the Youth. So our main focus is these kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we will. I thank y'all for coming on, and I will still keep in contact with y'all. Let me know that because I do want to know what sentencing she do get. And I'm praying for the max. That's what I'm praying
Me
for.
too.
Yeah.
So we'll see what's going on. We, child is innocent in everything. So, I do pray for the baby herself because she didn't ask to be boy, girl. I don't know what she had.
We don't either.
That's the only thing that I feel sorry for. I have to say this: when it come down to the ex-boyfriend, when it come down to that brother and that father, you reap what you sow. You definitely reap what you sow.
Karma.
At the end of the day.
Karma.
You don't know why you're going through what you're going through, but you have to reap what you sow.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all stay blessed. I love y'all. Thank
We
y'all
love
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
And y'all stay tuned. Next Saturday, we will have the family of Tyrone Cyril. We're also in Bremerton, Washington. to come on and give us an update on the show that we had on them as well. Don't forget about the poetry contest. Make sure y'all get those videos in, send them into my inbox, or you can send them over to the Unspoken Heart 70 at AOL.com. I'll see y'all next week. Much love. Y'all have a blessed one.